Good afternoon. This is Doug from ForexTradePlans.com. It is Tuesday around 2:30 p.m., May 24th, and we're looking at the euro dollar, and I'm doing taking a speculative trade based on a double top or an almost double top. Let's take a look at the euro dollar. As I've said before, I have a somewhat bottom of the line video card that causes these little video problems. I'll have to purchase a video card soon enough. Anyway, I'm looking at a double top about to develop. Why would I call this a double top? The reason I would call it a double top is we're at the 61.8 fib level on this 15-minute chart, as well as at the edge of a price trap, which would be right here, this trend line. And I would expect that this price is going to go to the 61.8 and to the edge of this trend line and make this double top, and it'll be rejected and price will fall. Earlier, as you can see, price broke this trend line, and then I would have expected it to come back up, retest here, and then fall, but it didn't. It kept going. So this would be the next area of contention that I would expect. So what I'm really looking at, what I'm waiting for, is for price to come back up, come up and hit this area right about here, and then enter that trade short. Earlier, price came down and it hit the bottom of this trend line on the weekly chart, and that happened today. And it poked through this 21 EMA, and it's gone back up. And now it's a little bit underneath this trend line over here. I really think that it's going to come back up, test this, and then drop down a little bit more. I could be wrong. And then on the 1 hour chart, okay, moving forward here to the daily chart, we obviously hit my EMA down here, or came close to my EMA. Well, we actually hit it yesterday, the 144. We came kind of close to it today, and then bounced back up. But, you know, when we hit it yesterday, we poked it, we wicked it, so it was still broken even though we didn't close outside of it. And I truly believe that if it's poked, there's a really good chance it's going to retest and then come back down and break it. I really see that I believe that we're going to fall back down and hit the 233 EMA. Going down to the 4 hour chart, on the 4 hour chart for this last swing, we are between the 38.2 and 50% fib level. We're just below the 21 EMA. It's a very bullish area to be at this time. On the 1 hour chart, same thing, we're at the 38.2. Over here we have a doji. It's a reversal candle between the 38.2 and the 50%. If we jump down here to the 15-minute chart, on this last swing, we somewhat penetrated the 78.6 fib level, but we did get back inside the channel we were in. So now the question is this: are we going to fib down and then bounce off the 5 and just continue onward, or was this going to be a really legitimate break of this channel, and we're just doing a retest and we're going to continue to fall? I guess that we're going to find out. What I'm really looking to do is I really want to wait for price to come back up a little closer to here and touch this red line, and then from there I'll take a speculative short, and I would set a tight stop loss. That would be 41.31, so I would set a tight stop loss right here above the 41.43, which is yesterday's high. I would actually set my stop loss at 41.45. If price once again came up here, just touched it, as long as it didn't bulldoze right through it, then if there was a little bit of say if price paused here, I would more than likely end up taking a short over here. So I guess I'm going to pause this camera for a few minutes and let's see what's going to transpire. And if price reaches this area, I'm going to turn the camera back on and I'm going to take a short. Okay, I'm back. So I've been waiting for this trade to do something, to work out, or this trade plan to work out, and it hasn't really reached the area where I would like to take the short. And I don't know if it's going to reach that area. What it has done, though, is on the daily chart, we're up against the 5 EMA, and on the hourly, we're up against the 21, and we're just underneath this double top. And I see that price is beginning to stall out. It's already 3:30 in the afternoon, New York time. I see that the 5 moving average here is trying to turn over. So just for giggles and kicks, I'm going to go ahead and I'll take a speculative short. I'm going to set a tight stop loss. Say if I take the short right about here, I'll put the stop loss just above here, this red line, and let's see if our short works out. This would be a decent scalp to get into, so let's give it a try. New order, take a short. We're in the trade. I'm going to go ahead and set my stop loss, as I said, right above this red line, which I just set it at 41.35. Okay, stop loss is now set at 41.35. We're going to keep an eye on this trade for a few minutes. Let's see how well it does. I'm going to go ahead and there's my video card acting up again. Looks like at this point the red EMA, I'm sorry, the 21 EMA, which is the red line on the 4-hour chart, seems to be having a little bit of an impact on price. It's probably a combination of that along with the 38.2 fib and the inability to break this double top. So I'm going to pause the camera for a few minutes and let's take a look and see what happens, and we'll go from there. Be back in a few minutes. Okay, I'm back. This is Doug again with that, giving you an update on the euro dollar short that we're involved in right now. As you can see, it is working out. Of course, it hasn't gone that far yet. You know, it's only moved up just under 7 pips. What I wanted to point out to you is this. Made a lower high on the 5-minute chart. Actually made also, of course, a lower high on the 15-minute chart. And we've already made a lower low. We've already broken, this is the most recent low, we've already beat that. We touched the 55 EMA here, and of course there's going to be some type of a reaction. And we're also at a fib. So of course there's going to be a little bit of fight over here. But at the moment, we are in profit, just not that far. So anyway, we're going to continue to see where price goes from here on. I want to see it break this trend line over here and keep tanking, at least until it reaches this weekly pivot point. So I'm going to once again pause the camera. We're going to see where price goes for the next several minutes, and then we'll go from there. I'll see you back in a few. Okay, it's me, Doug. I'm back again. As you can see, the euro dollar short trade that we were on is working out. It reached about 15 pips for a brief moment. Now it's back. Now it's over 15 pips. And this, of course, is not a stellar trade. These aren't the types of trades I'm looking for constantly. I'm really looking for the big swing move of the day. but sometimes the subtle moves are the ones you want to get yourselves into. You don't always look for the big move. Sometimes go for the small move, the subtle trade. This was a very subtle trade to get into. So I went ahead and I got into it. Of course, it wasn't the best time of the day to trade, but that's why it was a subtle move, and the market is always moving. So if you see an opportunity to get in, why not make a few bucks? After all, we're not really paid to trade. We're paid to. I know I've said before that we're paid to wait, but also in trading, we're paid to profit. We just want to make money. We just want to make pips any way we can get them. Trade like this during a dead time of the day, when most people are no longer trading, is already wrecked in about 16 pips. This is a healthy scalp. I'd like to see this trade make at least 20 pips. If it could reach 20 pips or more, then I'll feel like it was an accomplished trade. 20 pips is not really something you want to shake a stick at. And the point being is that if you could learn how to make trades like this day in and day out or over and over again, you could do a trade like this easily 3 or 4 times a day. And if you could pull off a trade like this 3 or 4 times a day, it means that you can make between 40 to 60 pips a day. Nothing wrong with that, considering that we have 3 sessions, 2 predominant sessions. We could easily, I don't see any reason why you can't make at least 40 to even 60 pips a day. Just getting into little tiny moves like this, maybe twice a day, maybe get into a move like this for 1 session and then another one on another session, or even 3 times a day. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely, after all, every pip counts. Might as well, might as well get in on the move. If you see something going to happen and the technicals tell you to get into it, go for it. What's telling me to get into this trade? Well, I'm at a 38.2% fib on a 4-hour chart, as you can see right here. 21 EMA, that's overlap. It's overlap of resistance. So we have 2 areas of resistance right here on the 4-hour chart. We're looking at the daily chart, and on the daily chart, we're up against the 5 EMA. Also, this was support at one point that got busted, and then it became resistance. We call that row reversal. So that would be a nice area of resistance to enter a short into. And then here on the 5-minute chart, what got my attention was the lower high. And then I entered the trade right about here on the lower high, and I saw that there was a little bit of a problem here. Lower highs, and weren't quite getting a lower low at that point, but I took it based on the lower high and all this other junk in the trunk, as we say, in consideration. So I went for it. I'm looking to take this trade down to the 233 EMA. If I feel like it's going to pause over here at the 144, that's when I'll exit out. But so far, there's really no reason for me to think about getting out of this trade. So I got I got another minute or 2 left for this video, so I'm going to pause it, and let's see if I could show a decent win on the last minute of the video. Okay, this is Doug. I'm back. As you can see, the trade, it hasn't been a stellar trade. Of course, you got to keep in mind the time of the day. But right now, it's up 17 pips. It was pushing 18 and 19 a few minutes ago, but you got to look at the time. It's 4:57 New York time. We're up on the 5-minute chart. We're up against 144 EMA. On the 15-minute chart, as you can see, we're up against a daily pivot. So and on the 30-minute here, we're up on the 21 EMA. So we're sitting on a lot of support at this point in time, and looking at the time of the day, I don't see any point in continuing this trade. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to exit it out. If you want to learn how to enter trades like this, please visit my website, forextradeplans.com, and I will teach you how to get in and out of scalps just like this. Thank you.